Morning, morning. There we go. We're in. We're in. We're in and we're off. Lovely to see you. What a wild and windy morning it is, isn't it, out there? So let's take refuge on our yoga mats. I think the safest place for us to be at the moment. Oh. So I was talking to one of my yoga teachers earlier this week, and it's her birthday today, actually. And she teaches a class on a Saturday, and I've gone along and she's taking some time off this week and she's not teaching on the Saturday, this Saturday coming. And I said, you're doing it nice for your birthday. She's having a few little treats and various bits and pieces during the week. She said, the best thing is I've actually decided I'm going to take some time off for the first time ever on my birthday. So she was saying, we both kind of looked ruefully at each other and had a bit of a chuckle at that point, because I think we both acknowledge that we find it quite hard to practice what we preach in, that whole looking after ourselves, making sure that we don't run ourselves down. Morning, Hazel, morning, morning. And I was thinking about that, how difficult it is sometimes not to do just that one extra thing. And she was saying, I keep saying to myself, it's just one class to teach on a Saturday, or it's just one class on a Thursday. And I think sometimes we kid ourselves, don't we? We say, we'll just do that one thing. We'll just do that one more thing and then we'll have a rest. We'll just finish that job off and then we'll stop. And inevitably, one thing leads to another, leads to another, leads to another. And before you know it, the day is gone and we're exhausted. And I was reading in the Waitrose Food magazine this month. Morning, Hazel, lovely to see you. There's always at the back page of the food magazine, they always interview a celebrity. And they always ask a series of food-based questions. And the first question they ask is, what would be your speedy supper? Here's his reply. An omelette, usually quite a bad one, where I've tried to cram in too many ingredients and the egg isn't powerful enough to keep everything together. It's a metaphor for life. And I thought back to that conversation I'd had with my yoga teacher friend and thought, yeah, that's so true. We're all guilty of being the metaphorical bad omelette, cramming in one more thing, one more thing, one more thing, until the thing that generally falls apart is us, and maybe our physical health, maybe our emotional health. Maybe we just kind of collapse in a sweaty heap at the end of the day. So this is our time. Nowhere else we need to be, nothing else we need to be doing. I'm not going to cram in one more thing. We're just going to take it lovely and easy this morning and have a beautiful September flow. So less is more today, team. Let's start by lying down. I'm going to stay seated for a moment just so I can talk to you. But come and lie yourselves down. Maybe have a little stretch out when you get there. You might want to hug your knees or take a nice full body stretch. Get yourself nice and situated there on your mats, lying on your back. And when you've had a little bit of movement there, just bring your feet down to the floor or stretch the legs out, whatever works for you. Lovely. So as you come to lie down in the space that you've created for yourselves in your practice this morning, really kind of surrendering to that feeling, not feeling that we ought to be doing one more thing for somebody else or being somewhere else. And giving yourself permission to honor yourself, your body this morning. And we'll start by placing a hand on the chest and a hand on the lower belly, that heart center, the center of where all our emotional health resides. And our lower belly, our second brain, our gut. And so often we override both of them. We don't listen to our heart, nor do we listen to that little inner voice of wisdom saying, no, don't do that. So honoring them both, allowing this practice to meet you where you are today. And we'll set a little intention that we can maybe take forwards with us into this new month, new season, or even just the rest of today. Today, I will respond with kindness, care, and compassion. Today, I will respond with kindness, care, and compassion. So as you feel that light, compassionate touch of your hands on your body, really embodying that kindness through your touch. And that intention that everything we do today will come from that place of kindness, of compassion, and care for ourselves. So often it's easy to extend that kindness, care, and compassion to our loved ones, our friends, our family. And we're neglectful of ourselves. So let's just allow ourselves to work from kindness today. Let's take a couple of more deep breaths there, feeling the breath beneath your hands gently rising and falling. And then just bringing the hands, interlacing them, just to rest down on your lower belly. Your palms are facing up towards you, almost like if you were sitting down, you'd have your hands resting in your lap there. And start to draw the hands up the chest, up towards the top of your chest there. So you're just sliding the hands up the body, palms are facing up, elbows wide. Now turn the palms away from you and then push the palms back down the way they came, just down towards your lap there. And turning the palms up, imagine now that hand movement is drawing the breath up the body. So as we inhale, draw the hands up towards your heart center, up to the top of the throat. And then as you exhale, palms away, as you push the palms back down, sending the breath down the body. Continuing like that, inhaling, drawing the breath and the hands up the front of the body, up into the chest. And exhaling, pushing the hands and the breath all the way down, grounding down. Let's do a couple more like that, getting acquainted with your breath pattern this morning. Not being afraid to slow things down. Do that one more time, that big breath in, drawing the hands up. This time, after you've finished pushing the hands down and away from you, just let the hands fall either side of the body, palms flat down to the floor, stretching the legs out if you had your knees bent. This time let's reach both arms all the way back above the head, taking that lovely stretch through the body. And hands, back of the hands just hover off the floor as you take the arms out to the side, level with the shoulders, and then all the way back down towards the side of the body. So inhaling, reaching the arms all the way up and back. And exhale, taking those two big circles with the arms out and down. Continuing to work like that, moving again with the breath, really enjoying that lovely full body stretch. And that chance just to open up into the shoulders as you take the arms out to the side. Let's do that just a couple more times. You can bend the elbows a little bit if you're struggling with space this morning in your room. The next time you bring the arms down by the side of you, let's pause. And then bringing the arms back above the head, let's rest there in that full body stretch. Taking the opportunity to roll out your wrists and your ankles now. Just circling them off. Might be a little clicky and crunchy. You can definitely feel those seasonal changes, and maybe the body starts to reflect that. And then change direction with those little circles, fingers, the toes, having a little bit of movement there. And then finding that full body stretch, maybe pointing the toes as you reach back through the fingertips, really extend through the body. Take a nice deep breath in. And as you breathe out, give both knees a hug in towards the chest. One hand on each knee. And now we'll start to circle off the knees. You can keep them together, or you can almost draw them like a breaststroke, drawing two circles with your knees. And taking them round, so either getting into the back or a little bit more into the hips if you're taking the legs round in two separate circles. And then just changing direction, whatever you're doing. Changing direction. And then bringing those knees back towards your chest. If your back feels a little dodgy today, feel free to bring your feet flat to the floor, that hip width apart. As we bring the arms out level with your shoulders, let's take a moment to snuggle the shoulder blades down the back. Keeping those knees tucked in. If you're with me, we'll take an inhale. As you exhale, take a little tip of the knees to the right. Just hover them off the floor and then back to center. And then in the opposite direction. So that's all we're going to do. A little tick tock of the knees. If you want to keep your feet on the floor, you're just taking a little sway of the knees from side to side. Whatever you're doing with the legs, you can start to turn your head in the opposite direction to your knees. So you're bringing a little bit of rotation into the upper back, the upper spine. Love. And the next time you bring the knees over to the right, let them come all the way down toward the floor, either hugged up towards your belly, or you can slide them further away again for a slightly lesser intense experience of twist. Right hand might be on your top thigh. Today you can reach that left arm back behind you if you wish, really accentuating that space down the left side of the body, creating that space between the ribs as you lay that through the fingertips there. Lovely. Beautiful. Let's bring the arms back out to the side, bringing the knees back up to center. And then we'll just switch directions. So tip them over to the left. Again, you can use that left hand on your top knee. And again, if you want to deepen that stretch, just reach back through that right arm, lengthening out through the fingertips. Lovely. Coming back to center. Now just lift your heels away from your bottom, so your ankles are roughly level with your knees, and then bring your knees directly on top of your hips. We'll bring the hands to rest against your knees, palms pushing against your knees. Think about introducing tension, then releasing it. So start to press your hands into your knees and your knees into your hands. Feel that resistance. Maybe the belly fires up a little bit. Let's take an inhale as you push, and then exhale, release that resistance. Twice more as you inhale, you press the knees into the hands, hands into knees. And then release. Lovely. One more time. Push, push, push. And then release. Hands slide around the back of the thighs. Extend the legs up towards the ceiling. And point and flex your feet there. Feel that nice stretch in the back of the leg. Really press your lower back down into the floor to protect it. Lovely. And then just pause there for a moment, flexing your feet. So you want to plant the soles of the feet on the ceiling, spreading out through the balls of the feet. And then bending the knees. We're going to come up to seated. So you can roll up, you can roll to one side. The choice is yours. I'm going to sit with my right leg in front of my left leg, but you decide what works for you this morning. Beautiful. Interlacing the hands once more. Again, as though you're resting them in your lap and dropping the chin down towards the chest, just like we did when we were lying down. As you inhale, start to draw the hands all the way up towards your chest. And then as you exhale, palms press away as you press them all the way down. You can maybe close the eyes here as you, again, just work with the breath, inhaling, hands drawing up, drawing the breath up the body, up towards the top of the throat, and then exhale, letting the breath drop down into your sit bones. A couple more like that, shoulders staying relaxed, elbows wide. Start to add on. So inhale as you draw the hands up. And as you exhale, press the palms forwards this time and start to round the back. Arms lift up as you inhale. And keep the wrists flexed as you bring them all the way up and down. Exhaling. And again, inhaling, hands come up. Exhaling, rounding the spine. Arms by the ears as you reach up. And exhale, take that big stretch. Lovely. Let's do that one more time. Rounding. Beautiful. Coming all the way up. And release. Maybe bringing the arms all the way back behind you this time. We're going to add on. So inhale, coming up with the hands. Exhaling as you round. This time as you reach up, we'll separate the hands and come into a little side bend to the right. So right hand down, left arm over the top. Back up through the middle. And then we'll just switch sides. Over to the left. Love it. Let's do one more each way. Rounding down through the sit bones. Coming over to the left. And this next time, come over to the right side, and we're going to pause, hand down, arm over the top of the head. You can look under your arm or down towards the floor. And then drop this left shoulder, so bring both hands down over that right knee, and then walk the hands in front of you, coming into a little forward fold. Maybe slide the arms away, lowering the chest, or keep the hands in the chest quite high. Pausing there, drawing back through the sit bones. Lovely. Sliding or walking the hands all the way back. If you've got the legs crossed, have a little look which way you cross them, give them a little shake, and then cross them the opposite way. Lovely, interlacing the hands. Inhale as you draw the breath up. Exhale as you round. Arms reaching up as you inhale. This time as you exhale, we'll come over to the left. Back up through the center. And over to the right. This time we'll come over to the left side and pause. Again, you can tuck your chin in. You can look down towards the floor as we take that lovely side stretch. Lovely. And this time we'll drop the right arm so you can walk the hands around in front of you. Might feel a little different now. You've got the other leg in front. Beautiful. And slide the hands back together. And this time bringing the hands together at the heart, elbows nice and wide. Again, the idea of introducing tension. So start to press the palms a little bit more firmly together. Feel all the muscles of the chest now engaged as you inhale. And exhale, release that pressure. Twice more as you inhale, push, push, push. And then exhale, release. Last time, pushing the palms really firmly together. And then release. And then bring the hands straight in front of you, palms up towards, or fingers up towards the ceiling. And now turn the fingertips down and see if you can curl the fingers in towards you. So you're making like a little paw or claw. So push the palms away. And then make those little claws. Now you're going to keep the hands in that position, just drop the arms. Keep that little claw of your fingers as you inhale and take the arms all the way up. And now spread the palms wide as you come all the way down, like you're painting a wall. Sorry, Andrea, to remind you of the decorating. So inhale, we make those little claws, we come all the way up. And exhale, coming all the way down. So let's do that one more time, stretching the top of the wrists as we come up. This time as you stretch that through the underside of the wrist, you can plant the hands and roll over your knees to make your way to all fours, or just make your way there nice and safely for your knees. Bringing the hands onto the shoulders and knees underneath the hips. Ready for our cat-cow. So as we inhale, this time lifting the chest, tilting the tailbone up. And then rounding like the angry cat, really push the floor away. Spreading the space between your shoulder blades and just continuing to roll that movement up and down the spine now. Really enjoying that sensation of moving with the breath. Inhaling as you come forwards. And exhaling as you round. Beautiful. Do a couple more like that. Undulating that movement up and down the spine. And then the next time you've got that lovely rounded back, like an angry cat, will pause. And then gently start to move your hips from side to side. It's like you're wagging a little tail behind you. Maybe bring your ear towards your shoulder. That lovely C shape through the body, lovely lateral stretch. Then coming back to center, keeping the back rounded. Bring your bottom down towards your heels, arms in front of you. Taking a moment in child pose. Lovely. Now, not all knees will like this. There's lots of options. Let's slide the hands back towards your knees. You're lifting up till you're sitting on your heels. Now, if you don't like this for your knees, just stretch both legs out in front of you. It's entirely up to you. No problem. No problem. Lovely. So let's take the arms out nice and wide. Start to arch the back, lifting the chin as you inhale. Exhale, give yourself a hug, right arm on top. Wrapping the arms around the body. Lovely. Inhale as you open the chest, pulling the arms back. And now left arm. Here's the one on top. Let's do that one more time each way. So we're going to switch arms every time, opening the arms, lifting the chest, and then rounding back. One more with that left arm leading, opening up, left arm wrapping on top. I'll take the arms all the way open. And this time we'll come into eagle arms, right arm over left arm. So maybe it's just hands on shoulders. Maybe you come into that little double wrap. So whatever works for you today. As you inhale, we're going to lift the elbows. And as you exhale, round the spine. Lovely. Elbows coming in towards your navel. So as we inhale, we lift the elbows. And exhale. Now, if you're on your knees, you've got the option as you lift your elbows to start lifting the hips up, deepening that back bend. And then exhale, coming all the way back down, dropping your bottom to your heels. Vice versa, remember you can just move the arms without lifting the hips up. Lovely. Let's do this one more time, pushing the hips forwards and up if you're with me. And then we'll come all the way down. Keep your bottom on your heels. Let's just release the arms. Take a big circle all the way up. And then bring them down to the floor in front of you, back onto all fours. But this time we'll tuck the toes under. Again, let's introduce a little bit of tension into the body. So as you press your hands into the floor, see if you can hover your knees just off the floor. Bottom just lifts, so keep the back nice and flat. Take an inhale and exhale, release. Knees back to the floor. As you inhale, hover the knees, push into your hands. And exhale, release. Let's pick up those knees one last time. Hover, hover, hover. And now push the hips up into a downward dog. Start that little squidgy walk with the feet. Maybe having a little swing of the hips from side to side, a little sway as you press the heels toward the floor. Love. And then we'll lift up both heels so you can roll over your toes down onto all fours. And then coming back into your child pose. Bottom to heels. Now again, you can stay there this morning. Remember that kindness, care and compassion. Or coming back up to all fours as you inhale. This time coming down on your tummy as you exhale, hugging the elbows in. Coming up through cobra, breath in, our little floor flow. And bottom to heels. Let's do that twice more. If that's feeling good, remember you can have a little moment in child pose. Just join back in when you wish. All the way back up through cobra. And then bottom to heels. Last time. Rounding up. And then coming all the way down. We come up one more time. And back into child pose. This time, let's all rise up onto all fours. And down onto your tummy where we can just settle for a moment and bring your arms out level with your shoulders. So your fingertips are level with the shoulders. About 90-degree bend at the elbow. You can widen your legs if your back feels tight today. And as you inhale, let's lift the chest and maybe look over your right shoulder. And then exhale, come all the way back down towards it. Other side, so you're just having a little peep over that left shoulder. And then all the way down. One more each way. If it's hurting your neck to twist, just keep the gaze straight forwards. Let's do that one more time. Pressing into your fingertips. And rising all the way up, hands under the shoulders as you push back up onto all fours. And then bring your bottom back down into that child pose. And this time, the arms in front of you. See if once again you can come up onto your fingertips. Your palms, your elbows are lifted. And drawing your bottom to your heels, really pressing the fingertips forwards and down, deepening that stretch through the side body. Lovely. And then we'll lower the palms, slide the hands back towards you. So once again, we're going to meet sitting on your heels or taking the legs out in front of you. Yeah, that's it, Hazel. Opening the arms wide, that little arch of the back as you inhale. Left arm on top this time. Give yourself that big hug. Then we open the arms, we arch the back. And then we switch the arm over. Right arm on top. Let's do that one more time each way. Let's switch the arms each time. Giving ourselves that lovely hug. One more with that right arm on top. And then opening the arms. This time as we take eagle arms, we're going to have left arm on top. So again, maybe hands rest on shoulders or we come into that little double wrap. Inhale as you lift the elbows. And exhale, we round. So again, we can stay there or lifting the hips as you inhale, coming up onto your knees. And rounding as you exhale. Twice more, whatever we're doing, and lift those elbows. And then round back down. Last time. This time as you drop the hips, keep the bottom on the heels as you unravel the arms, reach them up to the sky. And then bringing the hands down, coming back onto all fours. Again, tucking the toes under. So hovering those knees, keeping the hips low, taking that inhale. And exhale, let the knees drop. And again, hovering the knees. Back stays flat. And then let them drop. This next time, let's hover the knees. Pause. And then find that downward dog. Have a little pedal out through the feet again. Pressing the heels to the floor. Lovely. Now option to drop onto all fours, or this time as you inhale, roll the body forwards to plank. And as you exhale, come down onto your tummy. Maybe keep the hands by the shoulders this time, or by all means widen them. Coming into that little cobra of your choice as you inhale. And exhale, lower the chest twice more. So feel free to take your hands off the mat. Repeat that lovely open-hearted cobra we did before. All the way down. Let's do that one more time. And releasing all the way down. And this time we'll meet straight back onto all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. And just make sure that your right hand is directly underneath your right shoulder. It'll really help your balance. So you're going to take that right leg all the way back behind you now, level with the hip. And taking an inhale. Exhale, round the spine. Knee to chest, nose to knee. Extend the leg, lift the gaze as you breathe in. And then squeeze everything in. Lovely. And again. And this next time, let's extend the leg. And then bring the knee to the chest, pause. And then step or help that foot forwards. Coming to the top of the mat. Lovely, ready for our low lunge, so reaching the arms up. And hands coming together at the heart. So elbows nice and wide. Again, that little tension that we introduced before. So push the palms together as you inhale. And then exhale, release. Twice more, push, push, push against the palms. And then release. Lovely, one more time. Lovely. This time push the palms together, take a little twist to the right. Then bring that left hand to the outside of the right thigh. You can wrap the other arm round behind you, so we're twisting to the right. Making sure that you're not rolling that right knee into the center, so keep pushing the thigh into your hand there. Keep the twist, just bring the hands back to your heart, and then come all the way back to center. Nice. Taking the arms up to the sky this time. Option to start to let the hips sink. Stretch in the left hip. Then push into that front foot as you bring the hands back to the heart. Lovely. So as we inhale, we take the arms up, maybe letting the hips sink. And then exhale, hands down. Nice. Reaching up. And then coming all the way back. One more time, taking the arms up. This time, bring both hands down, framing that front foot. Have a little wiggle forwards with your toes if you wish, before you take the hips back behind you, maybe lifting the toes, coming into that little hamstring stretch. Remember, you can keep the knee bent. I think that nice stretch and release into your hamstring. And then bend that front knee, keep the left hand on the floor, right arm reaches up to the sky, coming into your twist. Option to lift the back knee, push the heel away as you come into that twist to the right. Lovely. Bringing the hands down, we meet in downward dog, or you can skip this, come straight to all fours. Inhale, roll forwards to plank. Exhale as you come down onto your tummy. Find your cobra. And we push back onto all fours, ready to try that little sequence on the other side. So this time making sure that your left hand is directly under your shoulder as you extend the left leg back behind you. Taking that inhale and then exhale, rounding in knee to chest. Lovely. And again, taking the leg back and then rounding. Beautiful. Now this next time, let's extend the leg back and then bring that knee to your chest, really round the back. And then stepping or helping your left foot forward. So other leg this time, coming to the middle of the mat, sweeping the arms up. And then bringing the hands together at the heart again. Elbows nice and wide. Push the palms together as you inhale. And then exhale, release. Twice more, push, push, push. And then release. Nice, one more time, pushing the palms together. Now we'll twist to the left. Right hand this time comes to the outside of the leg and we just wrap the other hand around behind you. Look over that back shoulder. Again, try not to roll that knee in. Keep pushing it against your hand. Keeping the twist, hands come to the heart. And then we come all the way back through center. Let's take the arms up. And again, we've got the option to let the body sink forwards into your head. And then we rise back up, bringing the hands to the heart. Lovely. So inhale, we let the hips sink. And then exhaling, hands to heart. Beautiful. Or that lovely stretch in the hip. This next time, we're going to take the arms up and then bringing them down, framing that front foot. Take a little squidgy walk forwards with your foot before you move your hips back. So you've got a lovely stretch in the hamstring. Remember, you can keep the knee bent. Letting the chest sit down over the leg if that suits you today. And then we'll bend that front knee. Keep the right hand on the floor, taking the left arm up into a twist. You can lift the back knee if you wish. And then we'll bring both hands down and we'll step back into downward facing dog. You can take that little flow forwards to plank if you wish, or miss it out. Coming down onto your tummy, finding your cobra. We'll meet in downward dog. It's time from your downward dog. Walk your feet towards your hands, coming to the top of the mat. You can drape the body over the legs, maybe catch the elbows as you have a little sway from side to side. Lovely. Then letting go of the elbows, coming into your flat back this time as you inhale. And then exhale, we fold. We're going to rise up to stand nice and slowly. Head comes up last. Let's circle the arms all the way up as you inhale. And exhaling, hands coming to heart. Beautiful. Taking the arms up, catching hold of your right wrist or forearm. As you inhale, we're going to pull up. And as you exhale, coming over the top into that lovely side stretch. Lovely. Back up through the center. Inhale. Same direction. Exhale. Beautiful. One more. Coming back up through the middle. And then over the top. This time reaching up to the sky, separating your hands and coming down into your forward fold. Now really bend your knees, either hands onto your thighs or finding the floor. So knees are generously bent. You're going to straighten your right leg and take that right arm up to the sky. And then release, bring the hand back to the center. Other leg, left leg straightens, left arm lifts. And back to center. One more each way. Inhaling, right arm lifts. Exhale back to center. Followed by the left. Lovely. Coming into your flat back now as you inhale. And exhale to fold. We're going to rise up to stand, sweeping the arms up to the sky. And exhaling, hands to heart. Lovely. We're going to try that on the other arm. So taking the arms up, this time catching hold of your left forearm. We pull up as you inhale and then come over the top. Yeah, all the way up through the center. And then that big side bend. Lovely. One more time. Inhaling and exhaling. Reaching up through the middle, coming down into your forward fold again, really generously bending the knees. This time, left arm reaching up as you straighten the left leg. And back to center. Followed by the right. Nice. One more each way. So you're pushing that hip back behind you as you take the arm up. Last time with that right arm. Beautiful. Coming into your flat back as you inhale. And exhale to fold. We're going to rise on up, sweeping the arms up. Exhaling, hands to heart. Gorgeous, team. Now remember those little claws we made before? Those little paws? You're going to make those. I just switch sides so I can mirror you. Now as you inhale, we're going to take the arms up in those little claws. And as you exhale, release the hands. As you come down into chair pose, we're going to sweep the arms all the way back. So inhaling, we straighten the legs, we make those little claws with your hands. And then exhale, spread the hands wide as you come down into your chair pose. Lovely. And again, stretching out through the wrists. And then sinking back down. Beautiful. Let's do that one more time. Lovely. Taking the arms up. This time as you sink back into your chair pose, option to bring the hands together at the heart, or maybe reach the arms forwards or bring them up by the ears. You decide, finding that chair pose. Sinking deep into the legs. Let's take one more breath in there. And as you breathe out, folding down over the legs and stepping your right leg back behind you. Now you can drop to your knee or getting ready for a high lunge. You decide. So wherever you are, rising on up. And then bringing the hands together at the heart. So you can always drop the back knee. Lovely. So push those palms together as you inhale. And exhale, release the pressure. Twice more, just like we did before. Exhale, release. One more time. Lovely. This time, hands at the heart. We're going to twist to the left. Option just to wrap the hands around the body like we did before. Or lean forwards and hook your elbow over the opposite knee. So we're twisting to the left, bringing your thumbs back towards your heart. Lovely. Now look down as you bring both hands down to the floor. Now pivot on your feet, turning to the long edge of your mat. If you're really wide apart with your feet, shorten your stance ever so slightly, and then heels in, toes out. You're going to rise all the way up to stand. Reaching the arms up. Now bring the hands together at the heart as you bend the knees, coming into your goddess. So just make sure you're not pushing your bottom back behind you. Bottom is tucked in. Lovely. And now just interlace the hands just in front of the lower belly, just like we did before. As you inhale, we're going to straighten the legs and draw the hands up. As you exhale, bend the knees, push the palms down. Straightening the legs, sweep the arms forwards and up. Bend the knees, exhale, take a big circle of the arms all the way back down to the belly. And again, inhale, we rise. Exhale, feel the weight and the breath dropping down through the body. And then reaching up with the arms, stretch up really tall. And then circling out. Lovely, let's do that twice more. From the Drew School of Yoga, a big grounding flow where perhaps we feel we've done that one too many thing, feeling a little bit discombobulated. This next time, let's draw the hands up and then push the palms down. As you take the arms forwards and up, start to turn the toes forwards. And exhaling, we're coming down into a wide leg forward fold. Take the hands a little further forwards away from you so you can lengthen out through the chest. Right arm reaching up to the sky now as you come into a little twist. And exhale, release. Other side, so keep their chest nice and long, back nice and long. Let's do one more each way. Reaching the right arm up to the sky. And then all the way back down. And then the left. As you bring both hands down, you're going to look towards your left foot. Start turning the toes towards the top of the mat so you're facing the way you came. Option downward dog, or taking that front leg up to the sky into a three-legged dog, or missing this bit altogether. Rolling forwards to plank as you inhale. And exhale as you lower. Find your cobra, maybe an upward dog. We're going to meet in downward dog. Lovely. Take a moment in that downward dog, allowing the hips form that lovely inverted V shape behind you. And once more, start to walk your feet towards the top of the mat. Inhaling into your flat back. And exhale to fold. You're going to rise up to stand, sweeping the arms up. Lovely. Exhaling, hands to heart. Make those little claws with our hands. So reaching the arms up as you inhale. And then palms press away from you as you sink back into chair pose. Lovely. And again, rising up. And coming all the way down. Lovely. A couple more times. Coming all the way up. This time we'll hold in chair pose. So again, you can return the hands to the heart, reach the arms forwards or up by the ears. If you want good balance, just lift your heels so you're balanced on your toes in your chair pose. Keep pressing into your big toe. Nice. Taking one more inhale there. Exhale as you take that forward fold, and this time it's left leg. It slides or step back behind you. Have a little wiggle of that right foot out to the right if you're setting up for a high lunge like me. And then rise on up, either back knee lifted or lowered. Hands coming to heart. Elbows nice and wide. Push those palms together as you inhale. And then exhale, release the pressure. And again, push the palms against each other. And then release. One more time. Now we'll take that twist to the right. Option just to wrap the hands around the body. Or again, leaning forwards, elbow over that front thigh, bringing the hands back to your heart. Lifting up through the chest, lengthening out through the crown of the head. Lovely. Now look down as you bring the hands down. And again, pivoting on the feet, so we're turning to the long edge of the mat. Again, shorten your stance slightly if the feet are super wide. Heels in, toes out, we rise all the way up. And hands coming to heart. As you bend your knees, really make sure that your knees are squeezing out towards little toes. And we'll make, again, the hands into that little basket by the belly. And drawing the hands up as you inhale. And exhale as you push down. Sweeping forwards and up, we rise. And then that big circle. Lovely. And again. Pushing the palms down. Lovely. Forwards and up. And that flex of the wrists as you take the arms back out. Lovely. Such a calming little flow here. Nice. Adding on. Inhale, draw the hands up. Exhale as you push down. Sweeping the arms forwards and up, turn the toes forwards. Exhaling down into your forward fold. Bend the knees as much as you need to as you walk the hands a little further away from you. This time, left arm leads the way, reaching up to the sky. And then coming all the way back down. Other side. Beautiful. Let's do one more time. Other arm leading the way. Last time. And then bringing the hands down, looking towards your right foot this time. You're going to turn the toes, walking your hands around to frame that front foot. Option downward dog, or again, maybe a three-legged dog, front leg to sky. Rolling forwards to plank. And then down onto your tummy. Find your cobra, maybe an upward dog. You're going to meet in downward dog. It's time for your downward dog. Take your feet wide. Drop down onto all fours. Maybe again, keeping the knees wide. Big toes touch. Just let the hips sink back into your child pose. Knees wide if you can manage on the hips there. Taking a moment to let the breath settle. Keeping those knees wide. Back up onto all fours. Big toes together, knees wide. The right arm reaches up to the sky as you inhale. Now thread the needle as you exhale. Reaching the arm. Lovely. And again. Opening the chest. And then feeding the arm underneath. Nice. One more time. And then sliding the arm underneath. Coming down onto your shoulder this time. Snuggling your shoulder away from your ear. Just relaxing the underneath arm, hand completely. Reach the left arm up to the sky and wrap it around the body, coming around the back, maybe catching that right thigh if you've got space enough in the shoulder there. Lovely. Just bring that left hand down by your face, reaching the right arm up to the sky. As you bring the hand down, let the hips sink back into your child pose. Keeping the knees wide, bottom to heels. And then we'll finish off on the other leg, so coming back up onto all fours. This time left arm reaching up to the sky as you inhale. And then feeding the arm through. Nice, twice more. Reaching up. And then reaching base. One more time. And again, this time we'll hold, so coming down onto the side of the head there. Maybe you keep that right hand by the face or reach it up and wrap it behind you. Whatever feels good. Your shoulder today. Bringing the right hand down by the face. The left arm reaches up one last time. And bring the hands down, bring the knees together so you can drop your bottom and swish the legs out in front of you. Lovely. Let's reach both arms up to the sky. And then take your forward fold, maybe bending your knees, catching around the back of the thighs if your hamstrings your back. Feel a little tight today. Never feels good. Now in the body, let gravity do the work for you. There's no forcing or pulling. And then we'll lift the chest. You keep the legs stretched out in front of you as you reach towards your toes. And then roll your way down through the spine, down onto your back. Slowly, slowly. And bring the arms back above the head, back into that full body stretch. Once more, just roll out wrists and ankles there. Lovely. And then all the way around the opposite way. Go ahead and just give your right knee a hug in towards your chest. making sure that your chin hasn't suddenly shot up towards the ceiling there. So lengthen that through the back of the neck as you give that knee a nice squeeze. And then using your left hand, let's bring that leg across the body into a little twist. Let the other arm just fall behind you. Just taking a couple of nice deep breaths there. Rolling onto your back, or switch legs over. So hugging your left knee. Again, just tucking the chin in, lengthen the neck. Soften into the back of the shoulders there. And this time using the right hand to bring the leg across the body into that twist. Rolling onto your back, bring both knees in towards the chest. Holding around the back of the legs, extend both legs up towards the ceiling, flattening off the feet, really pulling your navel to your spine so you're flattening your back in towards the floor. The back nice and safe. And drop the heels to your bottom and just have a little circle off with the knees. Again, you can keep them together. Making that lovely breaststroke action with the legs, whatever feels good. And just changing direction when you're ready. And allowing the body to come into a place that's comfortable for you for Shavasana. That might mean keeping the feet on the floor this morning, the knees bent, or you can stretch the legs out. Closing down the eyes, maybe once more bringing hand onto the chest, a hand onto the belly, or otherwise just arms down by the side of the body. So as you begin to allow the body to have that moment of rest and digest after a practice. So let's once more just bring one hand onto your chest, one hand onto your lower belly. Reminding ourselves of that little mantra that today I will respond with kindness, care, and compassion. And maybe coming back into that lovely full body stretch for a moment. Maybe bringing the arms back above the head. go ahead and hug both knees and towards the chest. Lovely. And then rolling or turning to one side, coming up to seated when you're ready. Slowly bringing the hands together. Beautiful. Let's take a big circle of the arms all the way out and up. No broken omelets today, please, team. Hands down. Oh, namaste. Thank you, thank you. Ah, there we go. Ah.